Okay, let's start again. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for coming for today's class. It's a very interesting class today. We have 2-3 items to do. First thing we'll first start on is Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. Some people say Shiva is supreme. Some people say Krishna is supreme. So what is the relationship between the two? Why is it that Lord Ram, before he went to Lanka, he prayed to Shiva? Why is that so? And also, if you go to Vrindavan, why is Lord Shiva guarding the Vrindavan Dham? If you go to Vrindavan, Shiva is guarding the Vrindavan Dham. So all these are going to come right for you, and you can actually understand the relationship between Krishna and Lord Shiva, so that you can at least answer people also, and for yourself also. Okay, so we start the class. Who is Krishna's intimate friend? Who would like to answer this? Who is
Sudama.
Huh?
Sudama.
Today, what's the class on? Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. So, a hint. Who is Krishna's intimate friend?
Sudama.
Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva, correct. Okay, let's carry on. Why is that? Right?
Okay, Prabhu.
You know how to do it. And Rita.
Very small, tiny writing.
Now,
Like a cloth
now,
woven of thread.
now.
Can, yeah. Now can.
Okay. This is a lecture by Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj on the Srimad Bhagavatam in Bhubaneswar in 1994. He says, just like a cloth is cloth woven of threads extending for the length and breadth, this entire universe is all its latitude and longitude is situated under the different potencies of Supreme Personality of God. Lord Shiva is the incarnation of the Lord, and thus he represents the super soul in the embodied soul. He can sustain your forceful waves on his head. What are the forceful waves? It is the Ganges. The Ganges, can you see?
Prabhu can see, but now blank. Yes, we can see.
Okay, so the waves, water of the Ganges is supposed to rest on the head of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who sustains the entire universe by different potencies. Lord Shiva is described in the Brahma Samhita. Shivam yata jahi vikara vesesa yogat sanjayate nahi tata pratak asti hetu yan sambhutam api tata samupaiti karyat Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaha Bhajami. Sorry, yeah, this whole thing is a bit messy. Okay. Milk. Anyone knows how to do this? Any expert in computer? Okay. Milk changes into yogurt when mixed with a yogurt culture. But actually, yogurt is constitutionally nothing but milk. Similarly, Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, assumes the form of Lord Shiva for a special purpose of material transaction. I offer my obeisances to Lord Govinda's lotus feet. In the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma gave a lot of nice verses in praise of Lord Krishna in front of Lord Krishna. When Lord Brahma hid the cows and the boys in the cave and wanted to check what is Krishna all about, and then when he came back, he saw that Krishna had expanded into the similar duplicate boys and cows. And then when he went back to check in the cave, he saw the boys are there. Then he realized he has made a mistake. So then he chanted the Brahma Samhita. So in one of the Brahma Samhita is talking about Krishna and Shiva. So this is the okay, let's proceed. Okay, who would like to read? Can you read now on the left-hand side, top part? Someone can
Krishna
volunteer?
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can read.
Okay.
Lord Shiva is the supreme personality of Godhead in the same sense that yogurt is also milk, although at the same time it is not milk. For the maintenance of material world, there are three incarnations: Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is Vishnu in an incarnation for the mode of ignorance. The material world exists predominantly in the mode of ignorance. Therefore, Lord Shiva is compared here to the longitude and latitude of the entire universe, which resembles a cloth woven of threads extending from both extending for both its length and breadth.
Okay. Anyone has any question on this first? Milk and yogurt, Lord Shiva and Krishna. So actually it's a expansion of Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva. An expansion is like yogurt from milk, but yogurt cannot go back to milk. It is yogurt. So only from Krishna, from milk can you make yogurt. You cannot do the other way around. So Lord Shiva came from Krishna. So he is an expansion of Krishna. Okay. Okay. Who would like to carry on? Chief of the Vaishnavas. Next one.
Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Shiva Tattva is a special tattva. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find that Shiva Tattva has been discussed in many places. It is stated in the 12th canto, 12.13.16. This one is a bit difficult for me, Prabhu.
Okay, I will this, then you proceed. Huh? Nimang ganam yata ganga devana akyuto yata Vaishnavamam yata sambu puranam idam tata. Okay.
As the Ganges is the best of all rivers and Lord Vishnu is best of all lords, so Vaishnavanam Yatra Sam
Uhu.
Tambuhu Sambuhu Shankara Shiva is
This is Shambhu. This is Shambhu.
Shambhu. Shambhu Shankara Shiva is the chief of Vaishnavas. Similarly, Purananam Idam. Of all the Puranas, Idam Bhavagadam Mahapuranam. Srimad Bhavagadam is the best. So Shivaji is a Krishna Bhakta. He is a devotee of Krishna. In the Chaitanya
Amrita.
Charimrita,
Amrita.
it is stated Ananda Brahmanande Rudra Sada Sivara Ashma, is it? I can't get that.
Okay. I think the Sanskrit I will read, then you just read the English, okay? Ananda Brahmanande Rudra Sada Shivera Amsa Guna Vataratin Ho Sarva Deho Avam Avat Tamsa. Okay.
Rudra, who is an expansion of Sada Siva and who appears in unlimited universes, is also
Avatar.
Gunavatara, a qualitative incarnation, and is the ornament of all the demigods in the endless universes.
Okay, Mataji, thanks. So, Tenho Karina Krishnare Dasa Pratasya Nirantara Kahe Krishna Shiva Muni Krishna Dasa.
He also desires only to be a servant of Lord Krishna. Sri Sada Siva also says, I am a servant of Lord Krishna. Prabhu?
1 minute, I think. Okay. Carry on.
Intoxicated by aesthetic love for Lord Krishna, he becomes overwhelmed and incessantly dances without clothing and sings about Lord Krishna's qualities and pastimes. This is Shiva. He is a Krishna Bhakta, a dear devotee of Krishna. Again in the Srimad Bhagavatam 12.10.34, Markandeya Muni offers this prayer to Lord Shiva.
Varam ekam vrinne tatapi purnata kama barvasanat bhagavati akyutam bhaktim tat arusatata tvayi.
O Shivaji, Shankara, you are completely full, Purna. You fulfill all the desires of your devotees. Therefore, seeing you, I'm offering this prayer. Please fulfill my desire. Let me have the unflinching bhakti onto Krishna and onto you who are completely surrendered onto Krishna.
Okay, Mataji.
In many places.
Okay. Thanks. So basically, when we go to any Deva temple, Devi temple, Shiva temple, we do this. We offer prayers to them and we pray this verse that let me have unflinching bhakti unto Krishna and unto you who are completely surrendered onto Krishna. So you are praising the Devas, also you are praising Krishna. So basically you want bhakti for Krishna. Okay, so I will read from now. Vayam tu satsa bhagavan bhavamsya priyasa sakha sana sangemana sudu kishtadhyasya bhavasya mrityur disaktanam vadya gatim gatasmam. Dear Lord, by virtue of a moment's association with Lord Shiva, who is very dear to you and who is the most intimate friend, we are fortunate to attain you. You are the most expert physician capable of treating the incurable disease of material existence. On account of our great fortune, we have been able to take shelter at your lotus feet. This is the Pachatyas are saying to Lord Vishnu. They say that just taking the moment association with Lord Shiva. Why Lord Shiva? Because it said that if you have a moment association with a pure devotee, you will get love of Godhead. So if you got nice association with Lord Shiva, who is a pure devotee, you will get love of Krishna. So because association with Lord Shiva, for a moment we get the opportunity to meet you. Shiva is your very intimate friend. And then Prabhupada has also said, okay, who can someone else read? Someone else volunteer?
Volunteer? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I can volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay. In his Sri Prabhupada has described,
Yeah.
it has been said, Trim Vinana Sriti Taranti, without taking shelter of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, one cannot attain relief from the clutches of Maya, the repetition of birth, old age, disease, and death. The Prachetas receives the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the grace of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the supreme devotee of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vaishava Vanam Yata Subhu. The most exalted Vaishava is Lord Shiva. And those who are actually devotees of Lord Shiva follow Lord Shiva's advice and take shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. The so-called devotees of Lord Shiva, who are simply after material prosperity, are in a way deceived by Lord Shiva. He does not actually deceive them because Lord Shiva has no business deceiving people. But because the so-called devotees of Lord Shiva want to be deceived, Lord Shiva, who is easily pleased, allows them all kinds of material benedictions. These benedictions might ironically result in the destruction of the so-called devotees. For instance, Ravan took all material benediction from Lord Shiva, but the result was that he was ultimately destroyed by his, you have to, Hare Krishna?
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Yeah, the page, can't see the
Yeah.
page.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay.
I put all it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thanks.
1 minute.
So I read that, they must go to the next page.
MC? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So took benediction from Lord Shiva, but the result was that he was ultimately destroyed with his family, kingdom, and everything else because he misused Lord Shiva's benediction. Because of his material power, he became very proud and puffed up so that he dare kidnap the wife of Lord Ramachandra. In this, the next page. Small, very small now. Oh, wow. Okay. Top of the page.
Okay.
In this way, he was ruined. To get material benediction from Lord Shiva is not difficult, but actually these are not benedictions.
the Prachetas receive benediction from Lord Shiva, and as a result, they attain the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. This is real benediction. The gopis also worship Lord Shiva in Vrindavan, and the Lord is still staying there as Gopiswa. The gopis, however, prayed that Lord Shiva bless them by giving them Lord Krishna as their husband. There is no harm in worshipping the demigods, provided that one's aim is return home back to Godhead. Generally, people go to the demigods for material benefit, as indicated in Bhagavad Gita, verse 7.20. Maybe can you read the Sanskrit?
Tasmai tade tvaharta chanaji prayante nya devataha tam tam niyam asantya prakrita niyatam svaya.
Okay. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their natures. One enamored by material benefits is called Jana, one who has lost his intelligence. In this connection, it is to be noted that sometimes in revealed scriptures, Lord Shiva is described as being non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The point is that Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are so intimately connected that there is no difference in opinion. The actual fact is, Ikale, Ishvara, Krishna, Ara, Sabha, Bhatta, the only Supreme Master is Krishna, and all others are his devotees or servants. Adi 6.5.142. This is the, sorry. Okay, thanks. Yeah, this is the real fact, and there's no difference of opinion between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu in this connection. Nowhere in revealed scripture does Lord Shiva claim to be equal to Lord Vishnu. This is simply the creation of the so-called devotees of Lord Shiva, who claim that Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are one. This is strictly forbidden in the Vaishnava Tantra, Yas to Narayanam Devam. Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, and Lord Brahma are ultimately connected as master and servants. Shiva Vrishinudam. Vishnu is honored and offered obeisances by Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. To consider they all equal is a great offense. They are all equal in the sense that Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and all others are his eternal servants. Okay. Yeah. The next one?
Yeah.
Or read this one or the one. Oh, okay, thanks.
Finish this. Yeah.
Oh, the Kintu and Tu. Okay, Kintu and Tu are the same. Kintu Prabhoya Priya means the same in Vayam through Prishaya Satur. Whatever you find, wherever you find the phrase Priyasa Sakyud or Priya Sakti in Shastra, it indicates non-difference. Guru and Ishvara are non-different. Shiva and Ishvara are non-different. Non-difference in the sense that Prabhupada has indicated because he is a very dear friend, Priya Sakti. This is the opinion of all acharyas and pure devotees. In the Bhakti Sarbina 213.1, Jiva Goswami has stated, can you read, Master?
Yeah.
The
Sudha Bhaktistu Eke Sri Guru Sri Shiva Cha Bhagavata Suhu Veda Drishtim Tat Priyatma Te Vai Manyate.
Pure devotees say that the spiritual master and Lord Shiva are both non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are seen in this way because they're both very dear to the Lord. The Guru is Sudha Bhakta, pure devotee. Shiva also is a pure intimate devotee. Saksat Dravinam Samasta Satre Utsa Sata Bhavata Iva Satpi Kuntu Prabho Ya Priya. Because Sri Guru and Sri Shiva are very dear and intimate to the Lord, in that sense, They are Abheda, non-different from Krishna. Therefore, Jiva Goswami describes Abheda Drisim Tat Priya Tat Matva. They are non-different from the Lord because they are so dear to him. Similarly, this phrase, Priya Sakut, is used here.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. So,
Thanks.
so far, everyone understand this? Any questions on this so far? What is the position of Shiva and Krishna? Any question? Clear? Okay, we'll proceed. Who would like to read next? The Lord Shiva and Shingadev. Okay, who would like to read? Someone volunteer?
Prabhu, this one, you're saying that non-different, sorry, going back to the earlier, what was read earlier, non-different from Vishnu, meaning to say that Lord Shiva is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna,
Yes.
Vishnu. So there's no difference between them.
Yes.
Does that mean
But one is devotee, one is the Lord. Like we are devotees, Krishna is the Lord. But he is the topmost devotee. We are junior devotees. And he has special powers. He's actually a expansion from Krishna.
does anyone, is there any way, anywhere they have identified where did Lord Shiva originate from?
Lord Shiva was actually, Lord Shiva, even when the destruction of the world, Lord Shiva doesn't die. When all the Deva planets get destroyed, you know, the full dissolution of a whole universe. There are 4 yugas. After the 4 yugas, again there will come 4 yugas again. Then one time, 100 years of drama, the whole destruction of the universe will take place. That time, only Lord Shiva doesn't die. All the other devas die. Because Lord Shiva is actually a direct expansion of Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Understand? And Shiva is the same Shiva. When he comes back, he comes back. When the world gets created, he comes back. But in the story is from Lord Brahma's mind, Shiva was manifested in the creation time. Like how Krishna was actually born from Devaki, but actually Krishna is all the time there. You understand?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, yeah.
Okay, who would like to read this? Shiva and Narsinghadev. Volunteer? Shankari, you want to try?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll read.
Okay.
If some occasions arises to offer worship to Shiva, a Vaishnava offers worship to Vishnu or Krishna in the
Murti.
Murti of Shiva, because there is no difference between them. Priyasya Sakyo. One example of this is found in Vishnu Dharmottara. There was a very dear Parama Bhagavata devotee of Vishnu named Vishwaksena. He was traveling throughout the world. Once, feeling tired, he sat down in a forest. There was a village close by. The son of the chief of that village happened to come by. Seeing the Brahmana Vishwaksena, he said, I am the son of the village chief. I have very bad headache today, so I cannot offer worship to my Ishta Shivaji. So I request you please offer worship to Shivaji today on my behalf. Vishwaksena said, I am a Vishnu Bhakta. I am a dear devotee of Vishnu. I only offer worship to Krishna and his forms such as Vishnu, Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. I never offer worship to demigods. I never offer worship to anyone else. You may go elsewhere. The son of the village chief.
Huh? Okay.
The son of the village chief became angry and drew his sword. If you do not obey me, if you do not worship my Ishta Shiva on my behalf, then I will cut off your head.
There is a continuation. Okay.
Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudrati Daivatahe Samat Venaiva Vikshata Pasanti Bhave Dhruvam. A person who considers demigods like Brahma and Shiva to be equal with Narayan is to be considered an offender of Pasandi. Padma Purana quoted in Hari Bhakti Vilasa. 1.117 and Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 18.116. They are not equal, but they are equal in the sense of Priyasya Sankhya. Equal because they are very intimate, dear friends. This is Guru Tattva. Sakshatdhari Shivaji is Sevaka Bhagavan. Servitor Bhagavan. He is Ashraya Vigraha Bhagavan, not Vishya Vigraha Bhagavan. This is Tattva. This Shiva Tattva and Guru Tattva are the same. Guru and Bhagavan, Shiva and Bhagavan have a very intimate relationship. Priya Sankhya, a relationship of lover and beloved. Premi Premastata. In that sense, there is no difference between Shiva and Krishna, Guru and Krishna. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi 1.45, it is said, Guru Krishna Rupa Hana Sastre Pramane. According to all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is not different from Krishna. Therefore, we say that Guru is Krishna massaging his own legs with his own hands. Sadhu Guru Rupe Krishna Ailan Nadia. Krishna took birth in the form of Sadhu Guru in Nadia. This Shiva Tattva and Guru Tattva are the same Tattva. It is a very deep Tattva. But if someone thinks that Shiva is Swantra Ishvara, the independent supreme controller, he commits offense. He becomes Pasandi and he will lose bhakti. However, if someone offers worship to Shivaji as a very intimate friend of Krishna, Vaishnavanam Yata Sambho, as the chief of the Vaishnavas, he gets bhakti.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Very nicely read also so far. Okay, so basically, this is a little technical for those, but come to know that Shiva is a very dear friend of Lord Krishna. And Krishna says that I am, if someone offends me, I don't take it seriously, but someone who offends my devotee, I take it seriously. So even though that man who was actually Shiva Bhakta, and he was saying that you must worship to my Lord Shiva. And then that Bhakta said, no, I only worship to Lord Krishna. So, but we can respect Lord Shiva. So in this way, the devotee of Lord Shiva was actually wrong, because you cannot force a person to worship Lord Shiva if the person is worshipping Lord Vishnu. So in this way, Krishna wants you to respect and honor. Like example, if a government officer comes to see you, and you must give him the same honor and respect as you will give to the prime minister, because he's acting on behalf, but he is not the prime minister. He is just the officer of the government. So Lord Shiva is a deva, and he represents Lord Krishna. So in a way, it is none different from Krishna in his representation. But it is not that he is the Prime Minister or the Lord. Krishna is the Lord. He is the topmost devotee. Any questions so far? Because you all want to know a bit deep about Lord Shiva, you have to know this, all this. Any questions? Any doubts? So far clear now? So far clear, huh? Okay, Nangai, you want to read? Nangai? Are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm here, but I'm still very confused. So maybe I should pass the baton to someone else. Thank you.
Okay, you're still confused, huh? Okay, what's so confusing?
Okay, let me see what is so confusing. Can you go to the very top, Prabhuji?
Oh, huh?
The first
This
thing
is
that
Govinda Swami, he speaks a very deep philosophy. So sometimes it's very deep. So you have to either be in that category of understanding or just accept what he's saying. Okay, which one?
no, right at the top when you mentioned about the not you, sorry, the scripture talks about the thread and the images of Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna together. Can we go back right up to the top, please?
This is the top. You mean the page before?
The very first page.
This one?
Yes. Can you make it bigger, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Huh?
Okay, so over here I'm seeing the sentence like a cloth woven of threads, standing for its length and breadth. Okay, and then I see this image where both of them are so intimate, Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. And then somewhere along the line, I hear that Lord Shiva is an extension of Lord Krishna. And then somewhere along the line, I hear Lord Shiva is the demigod. And then somewhere along the explanation, I hear Lord Shiva is the servant. So I'm very confused.
Oh, okay. He is the Deva.
Servant, the demigod, friend, and then interwoven, and then extension.
Okay.
So thank you,
okay.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, I understand your question. So here the cloth is interwoven. The Lord has in this the whole you know if you have gone for the 11th chapter, the universal form, remember? Can you remember Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, please proceed, Prabhuji.
Yeah, because I need you to say yes, then I can proceed. Okay, and then Krishna, everything is part and parcel of Krishna. Inferior energy and superior energy. So here, Lord Shiva and everything is part and parcel of Krishna. Everything is in Krishna, but Krishna is not in everything. They are all independent from Krishna, but they are all dependent on Krishna. We are all independent from Krishna. We want to do anything wrong is our wish. We want to do anything good is our wish. But we are part of Krishna. Can understand that part?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay. So then this is how actually Lord Shiva is the incarnation of the Lord. And he is actually a very, you see, like Lord Balaram is also from Lord Krishna. But he is non-different from Lord Krishna. The only difference is Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Balaram is the one who facilitates all the universes and all the work. He's actually a servant of Lord Krishna, but he's the same as Krishna. We are actually eternally, we are spirit soul, we are like Krishna, but we are the servant of Krishna. Krishna is the master, and we have little qualities. Krishna has full qualities. But in Lord Balaram's case, there is no difference in the qualities, equal. We have little, they're equal. Then Lord Shiva has 70%. Lord Shiva has 56 quality. Krishna has 64. Lord Vishnu has 60. Lord Shiva has 56, and people have about 50 qualities. So far, clear?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay, so basically then elaboration of that is the yogurt and milk and all that. That's the, this basically this everything is in this, then the elaboration is in this. And elaboration is in this. All this. All this. That he is actually the expansion of Shiva. Sada Shiva. Rudra is an expansion of Sada Shiva. So this is actually, idea is that Shiva is a very special person. Special Deva. Okay? Can we proceed?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay. Okay. Shiva and Nashina, we have done this. Okay, who would like to read this? Shiva and Nashina. You read a bit more. Who would like to read this? Oh, this one done already, right? Okay, next. Okay, we'll go further up. It's a long chapter. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, this is the story I think I have told you, but I don't know if you all remember.
Oh, Prabhu, did we read the Narasingha or we just skipped it?
You skip it because it's very long, then problem.
I can't.
I will send you the paper if you want.
Okay.
Okay, now we read Vrikasura's boon. Who would like to read this? It's a nice story. Tulasi, you want to read? Tulasi? Are you there? Okay, who would like to read? Vatani? I'll make it bigger for you.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay.
Then there is the story of Vrikasura who worshipped Shivaji for a boon. Shiva is Asutosa. He was immediately satisfied. So he said, all right, what do you want? I want this boon that I have put my hand on someone's head, that if I put my hand on someone's head, he will immediately die. That has to. All right, let it be. And immediately he gave him the boon. But because he got the boom very easily, the demon Vrikasura had no faith in Shiva's words. What is that? I will test it. I will put my hand on Shiva's head and I will test this boom. The boom Shiva had given him was true. So now Shiva was
Okay.
in a dangerous position. Vrikasura began running after Shiva, and Shiva was running away. Seeing that his dear friend was in danger, Krishna came there in the form of a young brahmachari. Hey, why are you running behind Shiva so breathlessly? Oh, he gave me this boom and I want to test it by putting my hand on his head. Krishna said, you are a fool. Do you believe in the words of Shiva? I never believe what he says. He is a madman, a naked fellow. He put on a garland of snakes and bones. His whole body is smeared with ashes and he lives at the crematorium ground. Does anyone believe the words of a naked fellow who is always dancing like a madman? Do you believe? You are such a nice person, such a wise man. Why are you running? Why don't you test the boom by putting your hand on your own head? Seeing it alive, then you should kill Shiva. That liar should be killed. Oh yes, he thought. That is a nice idea. Then he put his hand on his own head and Shivaji was saved. Many times Krishna had saved Shivaji from such dangerous situations. In Brahad Bhagavatrama, Brahmaji said Krishna never gets angry with Shiva, but he got angry with me when I got that boom to Hiranyakasipu. After the death of Vrikasura, Krishna spoke very soft, sweet words to Shiva. The Bhagavatam describes incarnations as Paramasura, describes Muktanit.
Forget it. Just Krishna says.
Okay, Krishna said, "O Jagat Guru Mahadev, this demon rascal was killed because of his sinful reactions. You are Jagat Guru Mahajana. If someone commits aparadha to a Mahajana and Jagat Guru like you, how will he get any kalyana auspiciousness? No. Worship more than Krishna." Brahma said, so he always speaks such nice, sweet words to Shiva. Krishna never gets angry with him. Narada, you can understand how Shivaji is very dear to Lord Krishna. Not only that, Shiva is so dear to Lord Krishna that in his incarnations as Parasuram and Ramachandra, Krishna even offered worship to Shiva. Again in the Brahad Bhagavata Dharma, Brahma said to Narada, when the demigods and demons were churning the milk ocean to get Amrita, nectar, a very dreadful poison, Bisa came out and everyone became frightened. No one knew what to do with it. Prabhu, I can't see anything already.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can see?
Yeah, can. Does any nobody wanted to take it. When all the good things came out, everyone took what they could. But when the poison came out, everyone became afraid. Neither the demons nor demigods were prepared to take it. Krishna was present there. He could have cast his nectarine, merciful glance on that poison. Then it would immediately have turned into nectar. But he didn't do it. Rather, Krishna told me, Brahma, you go to Shiva, offer worship to him, satisfy him, and then request him to come and save you from this danger. He will drink the poison. I went there, offered worship to Shivaji. So I offered worship to Shivaji and pleased him. Then Shivaji came and drank all the poison. Lord Krishna could have done it, but he didn't because he wanted to give credit to his very dear intimate friend Shiva and to show that Shiva should be worshipped. Okay. Once again, Lord Shiva offered worship to Krishna, pleased him and begged him for this benediction. Oh Lord, please give me the benediction that I will be worshipped more than yourself. It is a fact that Shiva is worshipped more than Krishna. Both the devotees and demons worship Shiva, but only devotees worship Krishna. Krishna then gave him the benediction. Yes, Tathastu, you should be worshipped more than myself. Narada said, this Shiva very intelligently got the benediction. But why did he ask for it? Because the Krishna Bhakta is worshipped more than Krishna. In the 11th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna has said, Kima Bhakta Puja Bhayakita, worship my devotee. Bhakta Puja is a superior type of worship than direct worship of me. That is indicated here. Shiva is such a dear, great devotee of Krishna. Therefore, he is worshipped more than Krishna. He got that benediction.
Okay. That is any questions so far?
One question, Prabhu.
Yes.
Why they mentioning the name Shivaji? Who is Shivaji here?
Shivaji is Lord Shiva.
So they interchange Shivaji and Shiva at the same time. It's the same person.
We call Shivaji. Ji is actually a very respected. How are you?
Okay. Right.
You see, like I say, example, Charanjit Singh Ji. Example, you know. So it's like respected, sir.
Okay, all right, understand.
So in a way, it's respected. Krishna is respected. I mean, Shiva is respected. You understand?
Yes.
You say Shiva, then if you want to say more respect, you say Shiva Ji.
Understand. Okay.
Not Shiva, not Shiva Ji. Huh?
Okay, understand.
Okay. Any other question? So are you all clear on this? Why? That's why Brahma said that when I make a mistake, then Krishna get angry at me. When Lord Shiva make mistake, he say very nicely only. Why is it like that? Because actually, Lord Shiva is actually working under the direction of Lord Krishna directly. While Brahma and all are like us, we are independent. We are supposed to be the servants of the Lord, but we are also independent. You understand, huh? Okay. Any other question on this topic about Lord Shiva? There's actually a lot of pages. Shiva and Nrsimha Dev. Vishnu describes as Indra, 2 types of mercy.
Sorry, Prabhuji, your line is breaking. We can't hear you.
There are a lot of this stories in the whole on Lord Shiva and Krishna. Worship more than Krishna. That one you understand now why Shiva is worshipped more than Krishna. Even though the Lord is the supreme. But you can see in Guru Vayu, they were. Can you hear now?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can hear you now.
And then, which is the most famous temple in South India? Balaji. Who is Balaji? Krishna. Even the Shaivites, all they go to Balaji. From Madras, all they will go. All go to Balaji only. They want some special favor. When they want to start a movie in South India, they will go Balaji and pray to Balaji, make my movie successful. If the movie is successful, I will give you so much money I will put in your donation box. And then when the movie is successful, they will really bring the money and put inside. You understand? So this is actually, you can see that actually Krishna, only devotees pray to Krishna, but everyone prays to Lord Shiva, devotees and non-devotees. You understand, huh? That is why Krishna is not interested in people coming to him for other than spiritual benediction or coming to him with love. If the person comes to the Lord for getting material things, he's not very interested. He gets a bit bored. So he sends them to Shiva, Lord Shiva. So Shiva is the one who is going to make them all and look after them. So in this way, you can understand that what is the mood of Krishna and what is the mood of Shiva. Shiva is very asutosha. Asutosha means very compassionate. He is actually the person who is looking after the goblins and the bhutas. Bhutas means ghosts and the fallen people, and whoever comes to him, he is very compassionate. He is actually compassion. The compassion all is coming from Krishna only, but basically that is how the situation is. You get the idea, right? So in this way, Lord Shiva. Okay, now we will go to there was one of the persons have posted in the WhatsApp group about Krishna, right? We will go into that and we'll talk about that. 1 minute. Okay. Sharmati, you have posted. Sharmati is here. She's not here. Okay. She said Krishna was born 5,252 years ago. That is true. Date of birth is true. Month is true. Day is true. Astami is true. Nakshatra true. Day Wednesday. Midnight. Krishna lived 125 years, 8 months, 7 days. Date of birth also is there. Krishna, when Krishna was 89, he was in the Kurukshetra. All is okay, no problem. And the thing that is not very correct is he never returned to Vrindavan ever again. It's written he never returned to Vrindavan ever again. But actually, he never left Vrindavan. His heart is in Vrindavan always. He never left because his heart is there all the time. His body only went out. Okay? So in a way, he never left Vrindavan. And then he had to go to Dwarka from Mathura due to a threat from a Sindhu king. So So this one is he does not need to do anything he doesn't want, but he makes an excuse to go to Dwarka for that reason. So he makes a circumstances side. Okay, and then he had to fight the pirates from Africa and rescue his teacher's son. I'm not sure about whether the pirates were from Africa, but anyway, he had to rescue his teacher's son. Okay, and then yeah. He was always with his devotees. He was killed by a hunter, Jara. Actually, the hunter thought that it was a deer, so he shot the arrow, but the arrow never pierced Krishna, and it's not the cause of his death. How can someone being pierced on the heel die? It's not possible. So it was just an excuse. It did not really even pierce. But he told Jara that you don't tell anyone that I was not killed. I want to actually go back to my spiritual world, and this is what I am just putting as an excuse. And then here he says, he is the only person who knew the past and future, yet he lived at the present moment always. Okay. He and his life truly an example. Okay, the 1 minute. There was Krishna never did any miracles. His life was not a successful one. How can he not do any miracles? You are lifting the Govardhan hill. It's a miracle. How can you say it's not a miracle? So that part is not correct. There was not a single moment when he was at peace throughout his life. He was always happy. Even in the Kurukshetra war, when Arjuna says that I don't want to fight, Krishna was smiling on it. And even when the what you call Arjuna's son died, everyone was very sad. Only Krishna was very happy. Then Arjuna said, Krishna, why are you so happy? Because Krishna says he has to die. If he don't die, he will create a lot of mischief in this world. So in this world, in that way, he was never unhappy. So Krishna can never be unhappy because he is always very much the Supreme Lord, and he has no problems at all. He says that he was never at peace in his life. Every turn he has challenges, and even more bigger challenges. So that is what I see from that. There is a very nice everything. Only thing is a few mistakes in it. Okay. Any questions on this? Any questions on this? No? Okay, any questions in general? Any comments on today's class? What you learned? Don't be too quiet, say something. Tulasi, what's your comments? Tulasi, are you there? Jayashri, what's your comments?
Sir, we learned about the relationship between Krishna and Lord Shiva in this class. And Shiva is an extension of Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
So,
did you?
But why they have used the word intimate, sir? I mean, in what way? It is
Intimate in English language means close. It does not mean like husband, wife.
Okay. Okay.
Intimate means close.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Vatani, some comments?
No, clear, sir.
Oh,
Clear.
yeah. What you learned today?
Similar to what Mataji said just now about their relationship and the fact that Lord Shiva is actually an extension of Lord Vishnu, and we are all independent. We can choose to do good or bad, and Krishna is not responsible for our actions. Krishna is not interested in people who come for material things to him. He's interested in people who come only to seek him for spiritual advancement. But that again, then why do people go to Balaji for material wealth and material gains? Then they shouldn't be going there if that's the case. That's the only issue I have now.
Krishna's Balaji is when Krishna is in the office, like Lord Vishnu is very opulent, right?
Okay, all right, okay.
When the king is there, king has to face everybody.
Okay.
But Krishna will only invite the king will only invite his close friends to his palace. For example, unofficially in his house, he will only invite someone who's very close to him. But for everyone, he will face. So in a way, he does. And in a way, it is also good because it gives them a chance to at least. Krishna says 4 kinds of people come to me. One of them is the seeker of wealth. It gives them a chance to actually come and do some service and hopefully become a devotee, change from materialistic devotee to bhakti devotee. That's why.
Okay, all right, clear, Prabhuji. Clear, thank you.
Any comments? Kalyani? Kalyani, you're not there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu,
Yes.
can I say something?
Yes, please. I'm waiting.
Just now, just as the Mataji said, earlier what Mataji said, yeah, people go to Balaji for all material benefits.
Not everyone. A lot of people also go because they love the Lord.
Yeah, but he's granting the material benefits. You see, you want your movie to be successful. I've got many friends who go there, business people from Malaysia are going there. Every year they go for their birthday.
Yeah. But when you go there, I tell you one thing. If you pay a few thousand rupees, you go straight there, in the front of the altar.
Yeah, I know. But the thing, he's supposed to be, Krishna is supposed to fulfill our spiritual needs, not our material needs.
But then you can see the people lining up. 2, 3 hours, 4, 5 hours, they are lining up to take the darshan of the Lord. Why?
Yeah.
They have love for the Lord.
So why is he giving these material benefits?
Because he accepts everyone.
I heard they don't even let him sleep enough. Nowadays they open up the Balaji doors earlier so that more people can, the lesser time for him to sleep.
Okay, you must understand one thing. The Lord speaks through his pujaris, the people who are running the place. So the Lord doesn't need to sleep. He can not sleep also. In one way, he is never sleeping because some parts of the day, some parts are day, some parts are night. People are always talking to him. But he as a super soul is talking back to them. Like today I'm in Malaysia and the other fella is in USA. So there is a Krishna in a way, he never sleeps. Krishna, don't worry about that. The pujaris, when Krishna talks to through the pujaris.
I'm not sure whether this is true, but they say in Tirupati, a certain time they let all the like goats or something go in to put him to sleep, and then next morning they wake him up. I've not seen that myself. I've been to Tirupati, but I've not seen that part of it myself.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. So any other things? Anyone else want to say something? Okay, thank you very much. We'll stop the class now.